Hello, 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 welcome back to Hunter Tune. Today we are going to bust out a couple cars and get them tuned up and bring you along for the ride. So first one up today is going to be this Honda Del Sol. You guys may recognize this car. It is actually the Pro Mod Del Sol that I went like 1220s in a while back. And I ended up selling this car, and the owner ended up having some issues with the car after he got it. I don't know if the plugs went bad. I think the distributor went bad in the igniter. So he swapped some of that stuff out, and in the mix of things, some wiring got messed up, and some stuff got messed up. So I'm going over this thing once more and making sure that it's all good. I've spent quite a bit of time on this thing already, just kind of getting it ironed out. For one, the map sensor was wrong. There was a stock sensor on it, and this car was tuned for a 4-bar. So I got the 4-bar back, and I put it on, and the map sensor, or the TPS wiring, these cars have like a map sensor signal that comes from the cabin and not from the engine harness. So I made sure that that was good. And then the engine harness is from like a different car, so it still has the map and TPS leads on it. And he mistakenly put the map sensor from the engine harness, which goes to nothing at the computer, to the TPS. So I made sure that the TPS is good now, and we recalibrated the TPS. And then I ended up pulling the spark plugs out, and the plugs got swapped out for stock ones. So I ended up went to the parts store, got some BKR 7s. This thing's a pretty mild build. I mean, it makes some good power, but it's not like super crazy, so the 7s work really good. I say BKR 7s for up to like 300 wheel, 350, and then above 350 you want to run the 8s, and then above like 600-700 you want to run 9s. Etc., etc. So the only thing that this guy did to this car, other than the stuff I mentioned, is he did change the turbocharger, because this had a smoky eBay turbo on it when I sold it, and I said that the turbo probably should be replaced. So he got a Turbonetics on it, both the same size as the other one. So yeah, anyways, I got the plugs changed, we did all that other stuff, I got the coolant topped off, the overflow was kind of full, so that's a little concerning. And I filled the car up with gas because it came here and it didn't have much in it. So another thing I did mention to the guy is, hey, just make sure that whenever you're doing pulls on like any stock gas tank Honda, I always make sure the car's got over a half a tank of gas in it before I get into it. Just because these cars do like to starve the fuel pump if you make any sort of good power. So, and I mean anything over like 200 horsepower, they starve the damn fuel pump. Yeah, that's just how it goes. So anyways, I'm going to get in this thing, got the laptop plugged in, we're going to do some a little bit of tweaking on the tune, make sure everything's still good, and we're going to send it, see what kind of power it makes. So change of plans. We don't have a speed sensor working, so we're gonna make sure the connection on the speeder, we're gonna make sure the connection on the speedometer on the transmission, the plug that plugs into it, we're gonna make sure is good and not corroded. If it is, we're gonna spray it out a little bit, maybe clean some of the corrosion off. I actually already inspected it. It's a little corroded, so I'm gonna try to clean it out and plug it back in and see if we can get the speedo to work. shit. Holy fuck. 326 horsepower out of this thing. Wow. First rip, guys. It is a little rich right in this area, but once she cleaned out, she just fucking ripped. It's on like 24 pounds of boost, and yeah, 326 horsepower out of this little single cammer. Not bad. Not bad. I did build a good one when I did this thing. I feel like it's pretty legit. It's on PVC pipe. I went 12-20 with this car, and the clutch was slipping. So I don't think he replaced the clutch yet, but we're gonna try to clean this thing up a little bit more and maybe pick up some more power. It was a little rich coming into VTEC, so I fixed that and I added 2 degrees and see if it picked up, because this timing is pretty soft. Nope, it did not pick up. I'm gonna take that timing back out of it. It made literally the same exact power with 2 more degrees. You guys can see here, 326, 326. And the curve actually lost a little bit right here, but we're gonna pull that timing back out of it and leave it where it was. I had it dialed pretty good already, so but yeah, this thing's making pretty good power, guys. I'm really happy with it. Sprung a leak. This thing's pissing coolant out of somewhere. I don't know where. It's really hard to see. What the hell? I see. Hot. Throttle body hose is leaking. There's no clamp on it. Gotta fix that now. What'd it do? I'm making sure this thing's consistent. Oh yeah, every pass is the same. That's awesome. This thing's ready to rip. 325 horsepower, 264 foot-pounds. All right, guys, so this is the next car that's in the shop now that we're working on. This is an EK hatch, and it just got dropped off. We had some issues that we had to work out. This car came off the trailer with a broken ball joint, so we had to rip the wheel off and fix the ball joint, and honestly, it's really sketchy fix, but just to dyno it and get it running good and stuff like that, we actually tack welded the ball joint onto the control arm so it would not pop out anymore, but we got that fixed, and then we moved on to getting this thing running, and I actually had to wipe the Demon board because this car is on Neptune, and we're now tuning it with Honda Tuning Suite. But to get the Demon to work, I had to like pretty much wipe it through HTS, and I was going to show you kind of what I did. So we go through onto the emulator settings, and there's this little checkbox that says check ECU serial vendor ID, and I checked that, and then it prompts you with a checkbox that just says, like, would you like to wipe this Demon board or erase all the, you know, IDs and stuff on the board? And I just said yes. And then it connected and everything was good, but I could not get the HTS to communicate with the Demon until I did that. And then we got it running. I threw a base map on it. Car was running good. And another couple issues we worked out is we just got the ignition timing set. It was off a couple degrees. And we also synced the TPS because the throttle position sensor was just installed onto this car, I think. And it was not synced with the ECU. So we synced it through the HTS. Now we are finally running good on this thing. It is smoking a little bit because this turbo kit actually came off of a different car that blew up. And yeah, so hopefully the smoke clears up soon, but we're gonna still just get this thing ironed out and tuned. It is just a stock B18B, I believe, with a log manifold tile gate and a like 3582 with a small 62 AR exhaust housing. So and then it is running the Hunter Tune Flex style injectors with a set of Hunter Tune top hats as well, all from my website. It's got a Greddy blow-off valve here, front mount. It's a pretty clean car though. And yeah, we're gonna get the rest of this. It's got a full exhaust all the way back. I think he said it's a 3.5-inch exhaust. It's huge. So the exhaust hopefully won't be a restriction, but we may change it later. Do a couple things like up pipe, E85, and a 4-bar map sensor from huntertune.com. Also, like I said, this is on a stock map sensor and it is on pump gas right now. So we're not trying to make like huge power with it currently because, you know, the stock map sensor can only read up to 10 pounds or 11 pounds of boost. And we're going to do our best to do what we can on the pump gas and the low amount of boost. So we're going to give it our all and see what she does. Alright guys, I'm warming up in the office right now. We got the door wide open, it's cold. Anyways, we have the EK on the dyno and we're working out some bugs with it currently. I wanted to make sure that the boost level was going to be safe enough for the stock sensor, which it's actually, the spring in the gate is a tidbit higher than it, but I'm going to cheat the stock sensor to be able to run this amount of boost and hopefully we'll be good. And I have the tune set super rich right now. It's literally pegged 10-0 flat on the wideband, just until I got my boost level sorted out and I knew what the car was going to make for boost. So now that I know that the boost is leveling at 12 to 13 pounds, we are going to start dialing back the fuel and making some runs.
results are, you are the boss. It's still super rich. 230. Damn. Oh, get the fuck
280. No, that ain't it, is it?
Yeah.
Dude, it is 282.
282, that's what you see.
I was gonna say, it's steaming.
Hold on.
It's steaming pretty good, man. On pump gas, it's kind of pushing it, but
Woo! Look at that.
it's making good power.
282 is more than you see without VTech.
And it's still rich.
I'm rich on pump gas.
How's that max?
Woo! That motherfucker's wicked.
I'm tricking it. That's how I was a little. It isn't gonna have a boost pump.
So what I'm thinking is,
So if your line blows off, you know, you gotta just make sure. Just get a max.
That's what I was planning.
Soon, you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll dial it in on this boost level, and I think we'll be all right. But I'm gonna keep it, you know, safe. But that's pretty good.
It's got a 10-pound.
Well, it's making. Well, right here is
What we'll do is
13.5 pounds.
we'll put an 8-pound screen or a 7-pound in.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's starting off at like 12.1 pounds of boost, and it's creeping up to 13.
Schmitty wants to know if you do Nissans.
I like Honda. What Nissan?
DQ.
That's pretty good power though on this boost level.
Don't really
See, I didn't think you'd make that until like 15. All right, well I'm gonna dial back some fuel stuff.
It's still cold like bottom level.
Try one more, we'll put a degree in it and see if it likes it. Just to verify it's overlaying, and we're good, man.
Let's take a picture of it then.
Yeah. We're leaving it there, man. We're leaving it. Hang on, this should be a lot smoother. Wait. Yeah, look how much smoother that is compared to this one where I had timing in it. It was rocky. I pulled timing out of it and it smoothened out. And it picked up 5 horsepower.
That is nuts.
So,
That is nuts.
but we're good, man. All right, guys, so the EK just left. He's actually driving it back because they trailered it here because it didn't even run. And we got it all sorted out. We got it ironed out. We got it ripping. 295 wheel on a pump gas setup is pretty damn good. It's honestly a little bit more than I wanted to run power-wise through pump gas, but hopefully we'll get a map sensor and a E85 tune coming soon, and hopefully that thing, we're going to try to push it, I'm hoping, and maybe we'll see how far that stock bottom end LS will go. In other news, we do have the Mustang still on the hoist. I'm going to be ordering some adjustable upper control arms and lowers for this, and probably a set of front shocks. I'm going to keep the Mustang around, you know, just cause it's already a race car, it's already fast, and it's already proven. I'm just going to take my time and clean up a lot of stuff with it, make it a little bit safer, and get some suspension parts for it, and I think that will really help out. I appreciate all the feedback on the video of me just blabbing with the Mustang, and you know, just telling you guys my thoughts and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I want to get a new edge at some point, but we'll see. We'll see if I'll ever get one or not. In other news, we do have this Regal back in the shop. This car was actually here a while ago for some tuning and some stuff with the Mega Squirt Gold Box. It's a turbo 6-liter precision turbo. We're going to try to make some jam with this thing coming soon. It needs some tuning and some bugs worked out of it, but he had to get his transmission fixed. He got it fixed. It's got trans brake now. We got to wire a bump box. We got to wire, do some stuff with the tune-up, and we're going to dyno that here very soon and hopefully make some really big power. That's what we're hoping for. My buddy Roy brought that up from Illinois today, and then we did 2 other cars as well. So we're going to be busy here lately, or we've been busy here lately. I still have to get this one done. This EK with the all-motor setup, I was actually going to get this one done today too, but ended up having some issues because there's no O2 bung on the exhaust anywhere on this car. So I'm going to have to get the Mustang off the hoist, put this one on the hoist, get a bung on it, and get the O2 sensor into the exhaust. So once we can do that, then we can tune this thing. But yeah, I had to borrow another wideband from me today to get this EK done too, because the sensor was bad on his wideband. So I have these AEM X series widebands in stock. So, you know, it's nice to have a couple extra widebands around. I got a couple from Jason Waters, and now I'm stocking them on my website as well. The X series are definitely the best AEM wideband you can get. I know the older 4.2s and stuff like that have just been total garbage for me lately. I got a bunch of ECU orders I'm doing right now. Just crazy busy, guys, trying to keep up with everything and make guys happy like I did today. It was a blast. I hope they enjoy the car, and maybe I'll get some clips of it ripping down the road. I really want to show you kind of what 300 wheel off of my dyno actually does on the street, because 300 wheel on this dyno will just tear ass on the street. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that car, you know, lights them up on the highway with 300 wheel on this dyno, just because it's not a, you know, internet number dyno, but it is a accurate, repeatable dyno. I say that all the time. And it's accurate. So to the wheel power, it's not, you know, compensated horsepower correction or anything like that. It just is what it is. So if we turn on some correction stuff, it'd probably make more, you know, if we wanted to know crank horsepower, but I'm a wheel horsepower guy. So anyways, guys, have a great night and a better tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some dinner, edit this video, and hopefully get some sleep.